Okay, thank you very much for the occasion. My goal is to share with you some ideas of what I've learned in the last 25 years on innovation. Mine is a small company that was established in Barcelona in around 1995. And across these more than 25 years, I've been working with companies in most sizes, in different fields, mostly in the private sector, helping them to develop innovation strategies and training people. So if I have to summarize what I did in the last 25 years is training people on innovation. The most interesting thing about this experience is that nowadays we have interesting challenges ahead of us, and challenges that when I started probably will look like weird or impossible. This is not just an image, a wonderful image coming from an archive. It's actually what we use as the front page of our response to a call by a large infrastructure firm in Spain that was looking for horizons on vertiports. So these ports for taxis that fly. When I presented my proposal to this project, I thought, it looks like we are going crazy doing this sort of things that look like science fiction. But the reality is that there are companies around the world doing this, inventing the future. So when I started 25 years ago, it was like innovation on the real day-to-day activities. Nowadays, it's really inventing the future. So what has changed and what this means for talent? If I have to summarize what I think is changing, what is the main shift in companies is that that is what we learned in business schools. It's planning, and it's saying, okay, we are in this point, we go to this point through this straight line. This is what we used generally to define strategies in companies is no longer possible. So it's not possible to plan in this way. Why? Because there is complexity. So complexity is just a word. Looks like things are complicated. It's more than that. That things are complex means a lot of things in terms of cause and effect, in terms of uncertainty, in terms of how you respond to this. So this means that the future of organizations is no longer planning, is doing this, which is adapting constantly, so changing your strategy, reading what's around you, defining new solutions for new problems. So in a single word is sensing around you and responding to whatever you detect. So this means that you can no longer manage talent in the same way. You can no longer defining strategies, doing things, managing your company in the same way. So what are several responses to this new situation, this need to an adaptive management strategy? Well, the first response is trying to have a dual system, which means a system based on hierarchy. So you structure your organization in terms of command and control. So you tell people what they have to do, you define processes, etc. So it's the left side of this image. So it's a hierarchy. But the main problem is that through hierarchies, it's very difficult to be innovative. Hierarchies are based on doing, exploiting the business, not exploring new businesses. So that's why some companies are doing this duality. So while keeping the exploitation of the business, they also determine another operating system where people can participate as voluntaries in the definition of the future. So the first answer to the new situation is you manage talent in two different ways. First, talent that do whatever they have to do for the exploitation of the market, and you create another structure to generate the future. The main problem with this is that when you ask people to be innovative, you have to determine some system of rewarding. It's not enough yet that you tell them that it's part of their salary to invent things to be innovative. That's the main problem. The main problem, in 25 years, I managed 120 projects of innovation-related things. And in all these projects, the main problem has been to determine what's on it for me. So the employees are asking, okay, I'll participate, I give you ideas, I transform your company, but this is beyond my salary. I need some sort of rewarding. And we don't have this system. For talent management, I think this is a critical point, because if you want to retain, if you want to maintain the talent in your organization, you have to have a way to reward this talent well beyond the simple salary. And the third response to this new situation is, okay, I am a company, I just refuse to manage talent within my organization, I look for talent outside. So I am the company, I know the market, I have a lot of startups around me that generate the talent. So it's like skipping the problem. I mean, talent management is very difficult in a normal organization. Be the talent, come to us from outside. And it's like a solar system where I am the sun and all the little guys are the ones that are moving. I am not moving, I'm just establishing the rules of the game. Maybe these three options are a solution, but I don't think that this will work. Because I think that the reality after the pandemics is that things are way different. There are many articles. If you are, if you follow the literature on the new ideas on management in many different fields, in many different sources, I mean, the highlights will be the same. I mean, this is not the same thing. Things will change. We will not be able to manage people in the same way. So there are new ideas. One of the ideas is the idea of being an architect of the organization. So this means that an architect is something that designs a blueprint, is someone that has art and technology, and that brings pieces together and builds a building, right, and constructs something. So the idea of a manager as an architect that determines the artistic concept of the organization and the technology that keeps this structure working. This is a metaphor that I find interesting. The second one is that if you want to keep talent, you have to be curious, and you have to stimulate curiosity. And in my opinion, and this comes directly from the Harvard Business School, curiosity is the next thing if you want to manage talent. Either you have a curious organization or you won't have talent. Because curiosity is just, the prime matter of any innovation. And I found a lot of organizations that say they are innovative, but they don't have this curiosity mindset that allows people to call things into question and allows people to find and explore new things. So if you want to keep talent and to attract talent, you have to be a curious organization. And finally, you have to be empathic, which means that you have to be very social. You have to create an environment where people live happy. So it's not just a matter of an organization that works like a business. It's an organization that works like a group of friends that is doing something to change the world. I devoted some time in the last 2 years understanding millennials and now the Z generation, and they are way different. So they think very different about jobs. They would think very different about what they want to do in their life. So the main conclusion is that we actually don't know how to manage talent in the next years. So things have changed. My point is that whatever we learned about talent management in the last 20 years, especially through the digital revolution, may not work in the future because the situation is very different. As I said, the situation is not about planning, it's about responding quickly and on time to all the different challenges that the organization will find. So where are we going? So what is the next management of this? I actually don't know. So I don't think whether we need managers, we need leaders. I don't think. I don't know exactly, but I have an idea that I want to share with you. And the idea is that we have to use a new term to define these people that will manage talent in organizations, and we call them edgers. The idea of edgers is somebody that is able to bring the organization to the edge. And I think if you want to survive in the difficult times that will come ahead, you need a very different perspective. So these edgers are people that do not conform to accept the present as it is and take the organization to the future, to the edge. Well, this is something that we're working, and I invite you to join this because the main goal of this project is to actually get a film. So we want to produce a documentary. We are detecting people around the world that are working as edgers, and we want to have them in this film. So we want to talk with them and determine which are the main attributes of this new professional in the organization. So in a brief, in a summary of my main points, the future is different because we have to adapt to a very complex situation. I don't think talent management as we know it will work. We need different people, and those people may be edgers. So I invite you to know more about this, to ask me about what we want to do with this project, and if you want to participate in it, I will be welcome. So thank you very much.